There we go. To show I'm on the third floor, entering the third floor. More of that fish line. I felt like in that pause there between the videos, the mask I'm wearing, the wolf and the sacred geometry and the ethereal and metaphysical patterning around it is very symbolic and significant to me. Those are both the aspects of myself, the wolf and the wizard. And I'm saying that because Big Sean and the Sean Andersen Foundation, I would be ridiculously honored to have them a part of this. As Big Sean and the album Detroit 2, pretty much every album he's ever put out, actually, so incredibly resonant, and those are albums I listen to consistently all the time for inspiration, for motivation. And we both, I foresee, have the same kind of vision of Detroit 2. Like, literally, Detroit 2 is the name of one of his albums. And that album actually is a huge inspiration for me to wanting to be a part of and to doing everything I would love to do and am doing for Detroit as much as I possibly can to create that Detroit 2 that we know could be flourished. And I think a new golden era of Detroit, and like how in the 40s and 50s Detroit was flourishing. It was literally the most wealthy city in the country. It could easily do that again if we all collectively get our shit together, I would just say. So just starting that off, that this mask, in the same way one of his lyrics say, I am the metaphysical and the physical, that's exactly what this means to me and signifies. Bro, those are chicken tracks. I'm always very aware of everything around me, and I like so meaningful and resonant those words, because such into esoteric and I'll just use the simplified metaphysical term, those aspects of the world and reality, the universal laws, the laws of vibration, the Kybalion, the emerald tablets of Thoth, rather, to correct myself there. All of the ancient Egyptian, ancient wisdom from cultures all over the world. I'm gonna start talking for hours if I get down that road, so I might focus back on here, where I am presently and what is going on. But the massive point being there is Big Sean and Sean Andersen Foundation. I mean this in a collaborative way. I'm calling you guys out that you guys and women are hugely valuable, and you guys have already done so much for Detroit. And I think not only together with myself, but together with all of the people I'm connected with, Dude, it could be monumental. You ain't got no job, Day-Day. What you doing? It's Friday. Just hilarious. And I don't know if I should start naming off, excuse me, naming off a bunch of people like that to collaborate with here. But there is a lengthy list that I have written down in the vision journals and vision boards, vision drawings. I'm like kind of hesitant and nervous to share a lot of that, just because that's like the deepest parts of my soul inside. And I know actually if I never express it then and repress it, hold it in, it won't become physical, it won't become real. So I've already dramatically been expressing it. And as you can see though here, this is all massive open spaces as well. Still no huge structural damage that I'm aware of or can see on this pretty rapid run through. But still, I mean, imagine, visualize it like in the video when you're watching it. And I'm doing it the entire process going through here. Just all of the trails, all of the awesome features. Sorry, I'm like looking at these orange. They look like, they almost look like pneumatic hoses. Oh, those are wire, optical cable. Huh. So this had fiber optic installed. Those are huge though. Can't say I've ever done anything with that. So it's still though, like just picture it. How intricate and creative this could all be in here. All the trails, all the different lines, all the different features for every different kind of action sport all over. Fantastic. There's even ductwork that's somewhat new, in good shape. This one's actually got stalls that are still somewhat there. Yeah, we'll go down here for a bit. body's processing a lot right now. So now we're at the north wall of the 3rd floor. Obviously saying we as in myself and everyone viewing and in the video. This is wild though. You gotta really not. I know I was just stirring up the floor there, but I know there's asbestos in here, so gotta be very mindful of that. And look at the bare concrete. If that doesn't scream salvageable, I don't know what would. So, and I recorded it on the way here, though, in the beginning when I left Elm Park. But it just came back to mind that the Jeep XJ, and I believe the original ZJ, the Grand Cherokees, were all designed here. And that's pretty cool that this whole list is here. Those look like those are some vehicles that were made after 2007 though. Yeah, 2010, 2011. So 2006, that's the WJ, oh WK rather, it says the Jeep code right there. That's really cool to see that is still intact somewhat. And that's what I was getting to though, is just going through in my mind's eye, trying to picture what this place looked like when some of the most legendary, specifically the XJ vehicles, were designed and engineered and here. So that was really cool there to me. That is a small snippet of what was once here. That to me was incredible. Some of the last untouched remnants of this building here. So that means to me that this 3rd floor, just going off of the evidence of what's here still, like this was probably some sort of conference room, and this was more for the like EPA consultants and engineers and all of that kind of aspects of the process here. And anybody that watches this video or videos, if you have pictures or you used to work here, I'm very interested to talk with you. To me, I was I say was right now, but I mean I am a big fan of AMC's engineering and what some of the things they made. Again, in particular, the Jeep Cherokee, the XJ, was by far my favorite. but they made some really kick-ass engines and systems. Karma. Again, Big Sean lyrics came to mind there from the song Full Circle. But karma is something people really nowadays should be much more aware of. Another open courtyard. So actually this is the southmost courtyard. I don't know if I would, that looked loose. I would use this one in particular, but one of the biggest epic features that I would put in here is a mega ramp that spans from one side of the roof to go into and jump over the gap in between the two courtyards. I'll go over to the next one as I'm making my way clockwise again. And with like a foam pit and some safety measures in the middle there. Because to my awareness, there are no mega ramps that are like that, and I could be, it most likely is just my awareness, but that would be prime training for the highest level action sports kind of athletes, is something like that, where there's not just a giant gap of potential death in the middle, which is admittedly a huge part of the adventure and the risk of doing a mega ramp. But again, this is also for training athletes and for, you know, building them up. And it'd be a really unique feature. Really, really unique. Huge panel. That's a good 10-foot panel. And this bathroom back here, this solidifies that this was some of the nicer offices, or maybe some of the only offices in this whole section of the facility. Because that's like, that would be really nice in the 70s, you know? Oh. Sank straight through that drywall. So where's another opening to the courtyard? Again, lots and lots more footprints up here. Looks like a private bathroom. See, a lot of these hallways and corridors would all be removed, because they're just steel framed walls. It'd be very easy. Somebody really wanted to get to that wire there, and then they didn't even take all of it to take out that brick wall. Look at that. That elevator fell. It is all twisted up. The cables are still there, but that definitely collapsed. Wow. That's pretty interesting, and they clearly couldn't get in through the steel door, so they just took out the wall. Gotta admire their dedication in some way. So with whatever, all this powder, it's exactly why I'm wearing a light mask, because I can feel it kind of breathing in, even just a little bit, just walking through here. Which, when I get back to the house, I'm gonna do some eucalyptus steaming and all that, clear it out some. I really wish I could take that off in one piece. Somebody already tried. That would be, if there's any other American Motors memorabilia in here, I am definitely taking it. So, and then this would still be the existing and future parking lot as well. Lots of space for parking. And entirely enclosed and chain link fences the entire property. When you're really quiet, you can hear a lot of these old drop ceiling beams moving. And I'm pretty sure I can hear other people in here that way downstairs. This sounds like there's something moving in that direction anyways. So I will continue going clockwise. And if we meet up, we meet up. So, and then also from the building standpoint, when you remove, these are, if you know anything about structure, these are nowhere near structural. All of this is all decorative So this would all, that is all gone. Every single one of these walls. All of it. This place would be pretty much entirely gutted out. It's just stripped to the bare, beautiful structure. I really hope that the camera's picking up that really well. There's like some pretty epic drag racing going on Plymouth Road right now, which solidifies that there is prime ability for people to want to do that kind of stuff here. This would not be a drag racing event center. There's nowhere near the space. Not for like a, I think if you were to literally go from property line to property line out back, that's maybe a half, 3/4 of a mile. Somewhere probably right in the middle of that. So there's, you know, most of a long drag strip is a 1/4 mile. That's like a standard. So I guess technically if you really wanted to, you can make one, a makeshift one out of the entryway to the end. But no, I'd rather, much rather have like a track, or, you know, to actually teach motorsports skill. Like, not saying that drag racing, there's a lot of skill involved in that, but a lot of it is the vehicle you're driving in. And the goal here is to train and have a good, at least, it'd be a pretty small racetrack, but to be able to get people to do short course, rally style, gymkhana, drift kind of skills. So now we're at the north wall again, which means I'm gonna end the video when I get to the stairwell down there, and then make my way to the first floor and record the entirety of what's going on down there as well. Because again, I'm doing a very thorough walkthrough of the entire property to inspect and visualize everything and to have it all on video. Some Air Force One footprints. What is that? San Jamar, so it's some kind of bathroom thing, maybe for toilet cleaner, toilet paper. It'll be really good to get back in fresher air, because a lot of the bottom floor doesn't have this silt on the ground everywhere. And that concludes the 3rd floor. Thank you everybody for going on that loop of a journey there with me. Let's get down and continue. Actually, look at that. The old 80s Pepsi bottle. Okay.